Alan. Well, you've likely seen it offshore.
Tonight, a close-up look at one of the Navy's most active warships. News Channel 3 broadcast live from the Uss Gridley during our midday newscast today. Senior reporter John Palmentary joins us live with that. And John, you got an insider's tour of that ship.
It was a great sight seeing the USS Gridley not only offshore but closer and then eventually on board. It's sitting right off of Butterfly Beach or East Beach in Santa Barbara. It was off the wharf yesterday, but we have a cruise ship there tonight. The captain told us a lot about what they've been doing at sea in some of the hot zones and also what they do when they're not in a combat zone. The USS Gridley Navy destroyer makes a massive military statement alone or in a strike team. The 500-foot-long ship is packed with high-powered weaponry, including precision guns and missiles that can hit targets miles away. It has the motto, "Fire when ready." We were invited to see the operations on its stop in Santa Barbara waters, hosted by the Santa Barbara Navy League. Captain Mark Crawford just took over last week to lead the crew of about 300 on military and humanitarian missions.
The opportunity to see the world and experience different cultures, I think that's invaluable, and I think the sailors realize that.
Captain Crawford says while his sailors are on shore leave, they'll be taking part in local activities, including a beach cleanup.
I think it gets to that sense of purpose and being able to give back, and I think it gets to the intrinsic value of the job, of the patriotic aspect of serving our country. We're doing some volunteer projects. We have 13 sailors this morning at Elwood Elementary School who are participating in a reading program with the children there.
But when they're underway, the pilot house is one of the most active areas to navigate the destroyer, target enemy threats, and defend U.S. and allied ships in their same waters. The USS Gridley has been using some of the most sophisticated equipment in our military on one of the longest deployments for a Navy ship from August of last year until June of this year. The Gridley has been in unified training with other countries and in active war zones.
After we left the Western Pacific, we went into the Arabian Gulf, and that's where we operated for about 6 months, conducting strikes against ISIL in Iraq and in Syria. Also operated in the Gulf of Oman and the North Arabian Sea.
Friday, the USS Gridley will leave for its home port of San Diego. Says some of the crew members have already reported after they've come on shore, they've been given a warm greeting by residents of Santa Barbara. Some have gone golfing, some have gone on tours, and last night some were given a fantastic dinner at the yacht club. Again, they'll be back in San Diego on Friday. Next year, they go in for rehab up in the state of Washington where the ship gets a complete makeover. Reporting live from Santa Barbara's waterfront this evening, I'm John Palmentary, News Channel 3.